Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're tuning in. Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace. This is a special snow edition. We have a historic blizzard on the Northeast coast, not just Long Island. The whole Northeast coast is being hit by a massive blizzard. They call it snowpocalypse, thunder, snow. We had wind, rain in the beginning. Let's go live to our Fox 5 friends, New York. We have probably close to 2 feet of snow. I'll be showing you some views from inside my backyard, from my home security cameras. Again, I recommend everybody have home security cameras, whether it's a Ring video doorbell or IP cameras. I have over 15 on the outside of my house, so we'll get all different looks at that. I'll show you really quick the look from my house. Hold on a second. Let me stop the screen and let me show you some live views from my cameras on the outside of my home. Let's go full screen with it. So here's a look at my front yard. Pretty interesting. Snow. Backyard camera. Cameras are getting a little fogged up, but you still can get a good view of how it's looking. There's some of our cars. It's snowing still, almost buried. Interesting stuff, to say the least. So let's go to Fox 5 and have a listen to what they are talking about here. Ed Wallace is going to be joining us, and so is Joey Brooklyn, live on location. Let's listen to the local weather.
Let's talk about the snow totals that we're now getting. We're getting more updated reports in the Weather Center here. And in Connecticut, we're over a foot in New Canaan. We're at a foot in Greenwich. Easton coming in at 10.2. North Haven at about 9.5 inches. We've now hit 2 feet in Freehold, New Jersey with 24.2. 21 in Cranberry right now. Warren coming in at 17 inches. Union City at 16. Ridgefield at 15.2. And Paccong at just over a foot of snow. We hit 20 inches in Islip out on Long Island. It's been really horrendous.
Okay, so Islip is not too far from here. I know Angela, our good friend Angela, she lives close to Islip. My aunt lives in Islip. So Coney Island's got over a foot of snow, 16 inches. Mott Haven, Brooklyn, Spring Valley, and so forth. Ed Wallace is joining us.
Out there, Coney Island coming in at 16 inches, the Bronx at 15 inches, Spring Valley up in Rockland County over a foot of snow there, and Monroe in upstate New York coming in at 10.5 inches. Let's also talk about the peak wind gusts. I just got these at the Weather Center. Montauk Point came in at 84 miles per hour. That is hard.
Wow, 84. I tell you, last night it felt like my house was shaking. We had to have hit at least 60 plus mile an hour winds. And as you could see, 61 in Fordham in the Bronx. Kew Gardens, which is a short jump from me, hit 64 miles per hour in Central Park. They recorded 43 miles per hour. 59 in Bayville, New York. That's Long Island, not too far from here. Interesting, to say the least. We haven't had a storm like this snow-wise since 2016. So it's a decade of this.
Hurricane force winds coming in across the east end of Long Island. Kew Gardens Hill in Queens, 64 miles per hour. We're talking tropical storm force winds here from Kew Gardens all the way to Central Park, where we had 43 mile per hour wind gusts so far. Now the gusts are still pretty significant. We're at 38 in Bridgeport, 41 in White Plains, 39 mile per hour wind gusts being found in Central Park. So as a result, we still have blowing snow, which has reduced visibilities across much of the area here to less than a mile. It's really traveling is really problematic across the region. So stick where you are, try not to go anywhere, and kind of be hunkered down as we go through the rest of our Monday here. So we still have bands of moderate snowfall coming in across Long Island. They're really getting the hardest hit here. Same thing across New Jersey, just shy of the Jersey Shore, up and down the Garden State Parkway. It's really rough there. We're faring better across northwest New Jersey and up towards Sullivan and Ulster County. And the back edge of the system is well off to our west here, but it will slowly make its way eastward here. Here's the center of low pressure. It's kind of moving well away from us here. So it's starting to pinwheel its its way back into the New England area. That's where we're seeing the most intense snowfall rates now, about 3 inches per hour being found here in the darker shaded tones. This was earlier across Long Island. Now we've come down to about 1 to 2 inches per hour. Still significant, still impactful across the.
Please, friends, let me know where you're watching, city, state, and if you're being impacted by this, please let us know. I see a lot of people talking about their conditions and so forth. Here's somebody from New Jersey. Winds were not, Jersey Tomato, thank you for being a channel member and thanks for being here. Winds were not as high here in central Jersey. The highest winds were recorded overnight around the 4 to 5 a.m. hour Eastern Standard Time. That's when my wife woke me up. She was like, "You feel that?" Because I was sleeping like a rock. And she woke me up and I was like, holy shiitake mushrooms. Let's listen to the rest of this. And Ed Wallace is coming in. I don't know if he was out snowblowing because you never know with him. He may even have an industrial plow that he has parked in his utility garage.
Region. Tomorrow, it'll be windy and cold with a high of 30 degrees, so no snow melt for Tuesday. But Wednesday through the rest of the week, we'll probably get some snow melt because temperatures will be in the 40s. That's a check of your weather. Now let's check the roads with Inez.
Hey there, Audrey, and street cleaning rules are suspended. As Audrey mentioned, road conditions are not that good, so definitely try to head out. Although it is looking okay here on the LA over by the Seaford Bay Expressway 135. There you can see some nice blacktop there, but that's just one of the few roads that I'm seeing it out there. Southern State Parkway, not as clean there. This is over by exit 36 there, both directions. Staten Island, you can barely see the expressway there over by Slauson Avenue. That's the westbound.
Shout out to Staten Island. Shout out to Staten Island.
Traffic coming in from the Verrazano Bridge. Eastbound, you can barely see anything. A lot of cars are staying off the roads this morning, which is great. Here's the thruway over by 9W, exit 11, and taking a look at the Sawmill. I barely see anything, just Whiteout here by exit 20. The LIE over in Queens by the Grand Central Parkway, not a lot of traffic. As we said, it's a good thing. Definitely stay off the roads just for now. Subways, we have the Rockaway shuttle suspended in Brooklyn and Queens, the C train suspended, as well as the Staten Island Railway. Metro North on a reduced service schedule, Hudson, Harlem, and New Haven line. The branches are on a weekend schedule. LIRR suspended, as well as New Jersey Transit Rail, buses and light rail. PATH trains, no service. Newark to Journal Square, Hoboken to the World Trade Center. B-line buses, paratransit buses, they're suspended until tomorrow. Nice buses are suspended until further notice. Jerry and Rosanna, back to you.
We're going nowhere fast. Nowhere.
There are also warming spaces set up at somewhere around 1.5 feet or so here in Brooklyn. Travel ban remains in effect in the city until noon, so stay off the road unless you're an essential worker. Public schools are closed today, of course, which is good news. So that reduces the traffic significantly. Now, a couple differences between the last storm. First of all, it's a whole lot windier this time around than it was during the last snowfall we saw. Also, this snow is heavier. The water content is higher due to slightly warmer temperatures. So this is hard.
All right. So this is Brooklyn, New York. A reporter driving slowly through the side streets. Without further ado, here's my boy, Ed Wallace from Staten Island. What's going on? Whoa, Ed, you got your woolly hat NYPD style on, brother.
Yeah, this reminds me of those days when I was out there on the streets and patrol, or even the crime scene unit in the winter blizzard processing crime scenes. You know, I had my hat. I had a full thermal jumper. I had you know, the highest rated cold weather gear from the military on the thermals, the whole 9 yards.
Ed Wallace, you don't play games, you know?
No. Yes. And I got a new tool now. Not only do I have that monster snowblower with 3 speeds forward and 2 back, actually 4 speeds forward and 2 back. I got a flamethrower now.
What?
Yes, I'm going to be melting the snow.
Holy shiitake mushrooms, Ed. We haven't seen something like this since 2016, and the snow is still coming down here in the Northeast corridor, Connecticut, the tri-state, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. We saw Massachusetts. I'm sure Lieutenant Leaf Blower is out there, probably with his leaf blower, right? I'm sure they're serving up drinks at CJ McCarthy's or whatever it is over there in Canton. Let's take a look at some of, hold on a second. I'm going to stop this screen. Ed, I have a live look from outside of my home. I want to go full screen with that because it's pretty interesting. Joey Brooklyn's joining us from out in Suffolk County. But here's my driveway with the cars. Okay, it's not showing. How come? Why not? What the hell is going on, Ed? It's the snow.
Yes, the technical gods have cursed you.
I love it. Yeah, it won't let me play it. It's just, oh boy, am I losing power? Let's go to Joey Brooklyn and see what he's got going on. He's in the mobile. I don't know why in God's name is Joey Brooklyn in his car. It better be for something very good reason, but this guy is in his car. He better not be driving either.
No.
What the hell?
Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? What's up, DutyRon and Ed? Good to see you.
Why are you?
It's been a while.
Why are you in your car, Joey? What's happening?
Well, first, all right. Well, the reason why I'm in the car is because I had to clean up just my car, and I wanted to start it. Make sure I dug out the tailpipe, so I don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning. But let me tell you, you know where I am, guys. I'm all the way out in Suffolk County. In the Babylon area, in the town of Babylon, and we're just getting creamed over here. I would say with the drifts, it's up to my waist, and I'm 5'11". It's up to my waist in drifts. I would say there's about at least 2 feet of snow, at least, and climbing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get this image. Oh, there it is. All right, so here's a look out my one side. There's 2 cars parked in my driveway. The snow drifts. I don't know how well you guys can see this.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can't get it full screen, but look, here comes a pickup truck going through. He's plowing through probably around 6 inches or so, or maybe a little bit more than that, because our snow plows come through here. Really, they're very good. I got to say, Nassau County is really good with moving snow, but again, people are out there. There wasn't even a plow attached to the front of that pickup truck. And if you're not, if you don't have a good reason to be driving out your car, like an emergency of some sort, then you shouldn't be driving. This is just for emergency vehicles and for the plows. I'm going to try to see if I can get a plow coming through. I know I could look it up and go back in the cameras, but this is a live look outside of my home, and I could go to my yard and pick up a little bit of the backyard, my deck area. There's a look at the deck. I'll go full screen with it. So yeah, it's got a lot of snow that's blowing. Look at that's a covered pavilion over here. And it didn't do anything. My whole pavilion is covered with snow. So
in your hot tub.
Yeah, the hot tub. It did, look, if I want to get into the shed for some reason, that ain't happening.
Wow.
No can do. Look at the door. That's a 6-foot door. So it's almost right up to the halfway point. With snow drifts in the backyard. So
yeah, my cabana's halfway up. I got a Mary on the half shell in the front lawn. I can't see anymore because that was over 2 feet tall, and she's gone. I can't find her.
Wow.
I don't know why when I go full screen it goes off. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, yeah. What's it like in some of the other areas? Joey Brooklyn's showing the front of his view. Let me go full screen with that, Joe. Hold that shot for a minute, Joe.
Go ahead.
All right, so there's front shot of the streets out in Suffolk County, Long Island. Thank you, courtesy of our good friend Joey Brooklyn. If you're not yet subscribed to Joey Brooklyn, go over and subscribe to his channel. This man goes out in hurricanes, snowstorms, hot temperatures. He'll bring you parades when it's 80, 90, 100 degrees. Joey Brooklyn is doing all things New York and New York City, especially.
Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
That view looks like the front of my house right there.
Maybe it is. No, I'm only kidding. It's not. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Let me see if I can do this. There's that gentleman across the street that you're looking at that house. He's a Suffolk County sergeant. This guy in the 1st and 2nd precinct. I forgot. He's actually shoveling he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 cars in front of his house and he's shoveling. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can.
I can see it. Yeah, he's there in between the last 2 cars.
Yeah, I screamed at him. What are you doing? I said. He says, I'm going to do it because I don't want it to get any worse. Any worse?
Right.
this snow, this blizzard is not going to end, they say, especially up where I live, probably till 4:30, 5 o'clock, where it's going to, slowly go down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna share a little bit of New York City. This isn't Manhattan. A live look outside of Manhattan, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's hear what's
Empire State Building.
Yeah. Oh yeah, top of the rock or Empire State. We'll look and see what we got. Zero visibility, basically.
No, I think there's a
Not been colored yet by
New York.
dogs.
New York. By
pollution.
big city stuff.
Jen, thank you for the super chat. She says, thanks for the coverage, DutyRon and Ed and Joey. As former
Thank you.
we grew up near the Finger Lakes. Wow, you got a lot of snow there, Jen. I love and miss this kind of snow, but please be safe all. Be careful and watch for the shoveling with the heart attacks. Ed and I had that conversation this morning.
Yeah.
If you have an elderly family member, don't let them go out there. Don't even let them try it because they're going to slip and fall and, God forbid, crack a hip or hurt themselves. And it's just dangerous. There's no reason to be out. If you have heat, you got your power, just hang out inside. Let's listen to this little report. Joey, you got a few minutes?
Sure, go ahead.
Good.
This is journalism.
a little bit of snow. I think there's a lot of snow. It's just pelting me right now. But let me tell you, the snow really is coming down a lot right now. And I would actually argue that the conditions are worse than when we saw you about an hour ago. So if you look here, the sidewalks that we were talking about that were completely clear, they're filled with snow again. You can see our lovely photographer, Brenda. She's actually just trying to help out and shovel some spots right now. And then I want to show you 3rd Avenue. 3rd Avenue was doing a really good job. It was good conditions earlier this morning. And now, as you can tell, it is kind of gross. It is exactly what we were talking about, that brown slushy stuff, but the conditions aren't great right now. Now, there has been some...
Anybody think that bus was traveling a little too fast for the conditions, Ed?
Yes. And he's got the chains on too. So, but I wouldn't be doing it I wouldn't be traveling at that speeds.
Joey, did you see that guy go flying by there? What the hell?
Yeah, it's insanity. And you know what? I would have reported him too if I was. You could hurt and kill somebody, even with chains.
Let's see if we
Yeah, you're not going to be able to stop.
And now, as you can tell, it is kind of gross. It is exactly what we were talking about, that brown slushy stuff,
Wow.
but the conditions aren't great right now. Now, there has been some snow damage. We have had reports that there's a tree down on Park Avenue and other parts of the city. Let's take a look at some video. This is video from Brooklyn on 39th Street, 13th and 14th
What is that,
Avenue.
like a
You can
facade
see
or
caution
something,
tape blocking off
some
the front
type
part of the building.
Some type of an awning. That's what one of
Yeah,
those
the front awning.
Yeah, wow. The weight of the snow, because it rained prior to this event, folks, and Joy Brooklyn can tell you more than anybody. He's like a mini weatherman. When you have the snow with the wet ground, wet roof, wet awning, and then all of a sudden snow piles on, and sometimes we get a mix. There was a report in New Jersey, just a little bit south of us, that it turned into a wintry, snowy mix. And the snow is heavy. Joey, you've been out there. You could give us the best perspective of it. Is it heavy, Joe?
Oh, it's extremely heavy, and the reason why it's heavy is because it has a lot to do with temperature, as you guys know anyway. So it's not like it was the previous storm that we had, that it was 5 degrees, 12 degrees in the snow. This is like it hovers over like from 29 to 35 degrees. That was the temperature range. So when you have a high temperature range with it, between freezing and not freezing, you get this mix, this heavy duty snow, because it's water, it's snow, and it just compounds and it goes layer over layer over layer. And now you have, as you call it, which it definitely is, heart attack snow. Which that's why, guys, please, if you're in the tri-state area and you're experiencing this right now, I highly do not recommend you go out there and shovel right now, unless you have a machine. It's too dangerous.
Shout out to New York City sanitation. What do they call them, Ed? The boldest?
The strongest.
The strongest.
Right. Who's the boldest? That's corrections, right?
Corrections. Yeah.
Yeah. This is New York City sanitation. working hard to try to clear the streets. It's a big job for them, and with all the cars parked, I wouldn't want to do it. It's it's really difficult, and they're making they're making them work, I think, 18 or 12-hour shifts, so they're getting barely any rest, and they're out there plowing the streets night and day.
Yeah, they're not in full force, Ron. They're only at 60. My son-in-law, is sanitation. He said they're about 60%. That's it. That came in today.
Could we get him live on the road with a little dash cam?
That would be cool, right?
It'll be
that would
great.
be cool.
Because listen, this channel is primarily about true crime, right? We cover the cases, we do the cases, but at the end of the day, this is something that we haven't had in over a decade. So I wanted to bring a bird's eye view of this, and also bring in the safety component to it. Do not travel. Do not try to go out and shovel the snow if you are over the age of 50, or if you have a heart condition and you're below the age of 50. Have somebody else do it for you. Like my wife turned to me today on the couch this morning as we were sharing a cup of Joe. She said, "You know what? Maybe we should just pay somebody to come and do it." And I was like, then the stinginess in me was like, "Hey, I got a 30-year-old son that lives with me. We could do it together." And she's like, "You're not going out there." And then we got on the phone. And what did Janine say to you, Ed?
Yeah, she told me, don't go out there and do any shoveling or anything like that. She says, you have 2 boys, let them do it.
Yep. That's my wife is like, we want to keep you guys around, even though you cause us a little heartache every once in a while, but that's what we're here for, right?
Right.
All right, let's take a listen to this.
Car. Now, the snow, as we talked about, is coming down a lot, but people are still walking around. We talked to some people braving the elements. You're going to the gym right now?
Have to.
Why?
Gotta take advantage of the, slow morning. Get a workout in the morning. It's good.
I like it. I love the snow. And Molly loves it. She loves running around, and it's fun,
That is a lot of dedication to the gym. And let me tell you, we've seen a lot of people heading to the gym this morning, taking advantage of a remote day or a day off. And guess what? Kids are going to be out here later today because this is the first full snow day they've had since 2019. So when things taper down a little bit, we do expect them.
Joey, did you guys get the bread and milk? You showed me that your wife was making a lot of pasta yesterday.
So
bread and milk.
Well, now we cooked. You know what it was? We knew this storm was coming.
Yeah.
And my fam, my wife, my daughter, they're very I'm optimistic, and I know they're. The glass that's half full and empty and all that stuff. So I prepare. As you know, I was a civil service worker, so I don't take chances. I look at weather reports. I look at all these things, and I said, let's go. If we need food, we have to make sure that we have plenty of it. And I did. We went out 2 days prior to purchase everything.
All 3 of the refrigerators are full, Joey? All 3?
Yeah, they're all full. All full.
He may.
Listen, Ed, maybe you can come here and snowmobile, and Ron, you pick them up, and we'll have a barbecue in the back. I still grill in my yard in the winter.
Oh, me too.
Still do that.
We have Ed. I've been to Ed's compound. It's beautiful out there in Staten Island.
Yeah.
But we have a covered awning, and I'm going to show you guys a picture of the covered awning. The snow blew in from both sides, just like that pavilion shot that I showed you. But my grill is connected to the natural gas, so we can make steaks tonight. We can, cook eggs on there in the morning. But who the hell wants to go out in this freezing cold?
No, I'm not.
I ain't going out there. That's a.
Pardon my.
Oh no.
Oh hell no.
No, we ain't going out there.
To be out and having fun in the snow. But don't forget that travel ban is still in effect until noon. So you shouldn't be seeing too many cars out on the road because we want to be safe. Back to you guys.
Illy, Rosanna, after this, we should all go to the gym. Everyone's going to the gym today. Let's go. Let's get a pump in. Let's do it.
There's 2 gyms.
We're down to pavement on the turnpike, but we're working to get there.
This is New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill. She just took office, so this is her voice that you're hearing. Okay, I can see the little the little note down there, but yeah, this is New Jersey Governor speaking about the conditions in New Jersey.
They're on the Garden State, so that should, if it's, if we are working that hard to get the snow off the state roads. You can only imagine what the municipal and county roads look like. And it's not just that, it's as you heard, it's the drifts, it's the wind. We still have significant winds out there and whiteout conditions. So we are extending that travel ban until noon today.
Okay, good to know. You know, I think right now everybody's having a great time. It's only 10:19. You and I have been up for hours. We're ready to get out there. Most people are just getting up, sipping a little coffee, enjoying our snow coverage on good day.
I love this Italian Rosanna Scotto. You know, family owns a bunch of restaurants. Joey's moving. Hold on. What the hell is he going?
Well, he's got his wipers going. I don't think he's moving.
Oh, I thought he was moving. It looked like, yeah, he moved.
Oh, he is. He's backing up.
Listen, that's the cop in me. The detective in me detected movement. And I was like, wait a minute. We got Joey Brooklyn moving back and forth. This is great. This is great. Great video, Joe. What did you use to clear your driveway? Shovel or the, did you guys?
No, I didn't. No, my next door neighbor, they lend me the gas powered commercial snowblower, but they're not doing nothing right now. So you can't really do it right now. It's a waste. You have to wait.
Yeah, we're going to wait.
Can you cut the wipers?
We're going to wait.
Joe, cut the wipers just for a second. Wow. So we're still getting about a half an inch per hour of precipitation. So in addition to what's on the ground, Joe, what do you figure? How many inches you got there?
Oh, I don't want to be over exaggerated. But was all said and done, it'll be definitely 30 inches.
30 inches, says Joey Brooklyn. How about you, Ed? What do you got over there?
I got about 2 feet now. I'm thinking it's going to get up to maybe 2.5.
Yeah, we definitely. I'm definitely at about close to that 2 foot mark. But with the snow drift and such, yeah.
The wind is making huge snow drifts. I mean, if you show the pictures from my backyard, my cabana is like halfway. The snow drift is halfway up the side of the cabana. We don't. It's rare that we get these. All right, I mean, it's not as if we live in Buffalo where they have to deal with this stuff all the time. In places like that, like over in the lake effect snows for all the people that live up there, and our neighbors on our northern border have to deal with all of this kind of nonsense. And they deal with it a lot better than the city of New York. I'll tell you that. They got the best equipment to deal with it, and the way they get rid of the snow is way different than us. We dig ourselves out, the plow comes down the street and buries us again. It's like a battle between the taxes that we're paying for these services and what we're trying to do to dig ourselves out. It's like, okay, I never get that. It's like they always tilt their plow in the direction of my house, never to the opposite side of the street, but always in my direction, right?
and for our driveways, because then we can't get out.
And my neighbors are really good over here on my stretch of the block. They always clear the right curb, or what would be the, I guess the east curb. The east side. No, it would be the west. Yeah, it would be the west. But they never bring the plow along the curb line. They just stay in the middle of the road and push everything to the west curb line. And it's like, well, what's the sense of us, telling us to get our cars to the other side of the road if you're not going to plow that curb line?
Right. It makes no sense. I don't know if it's like a rule that they got to follow, but they do the same thing here over in Nassau County. I think if they're worried that they're going to damage the curbs or whatever the case. Hey, I put in the chat, where are you watching from and how much snow do you have? Put in wave instead of have. That's just because I hit the wrong key. But you guys get the idea. How much snow do you have? Joey, we're going to do that just for a second. Diane is right across the street. She's encountering the same conditions that I am. So let's listen to Rosanna Scotto and Audrey Puente. This is the niece of Tito Puentes, world famous musician. That's his niece. Just a fun fact. Let's take a listen.
So when we're still in this storm, unfortunately, folks, so we're going to add to our snow totals that we've already experienced. We're over a foot across most of the area. In fact, some spots are already at 2 feet of snow. It's definitely cold enough for the wet weather, the snowy weather, because temperatures are below the freezing mark. Wind speeds are between 20 to 30 miles per hour on average. These are sustained winds, but the wind gusts are even higher. We're gusting to 40 now in Bridgeport. Same thing in White Plains, 33 in Central Park. We've had wind gusts as high as 84 miles per hour. That was recorded out at Montauk Point. That is hurricane force winds. So with those winds being so blustery, it is blowing the snow across the region. And as a result, we have reduced visibilities all across the area. The exception is well off to the northwest of us, like in the Poconos and up towards Sullivan County, where you're having some improvement in your region here. The dark shaded tones are indicating where we have the steadier snowfall. We've had snowfall rates up to 3 inches per hour. That was earlier this morning. It's still coming down pretty hard across the east end of Long Island, right around Suffolk County. 1 to 2 inch per hour rates are being recorded here. Same thing along the Jersey Shore. It's coming down pretty hard across northeast New Jersey, too. So again, we're going to be adding to the totals that we've already seen. And again, we've been up to about a foot or even 2 feet across much of the area. The drier weather is sitting just to our west here, but it's not yet going to be pushing in. It looks like later this.
Yeah, a majority of the people are watching from warm, sunny states that don't have snow. But this happened. It started yesterday, later in the day. The snow precipitation was rain at first, and it started. I'll give you guys a timeline because I can go straight back to my camera for you, and I can show you the progression of how it accumulated hour to hour. But yeah, this happened yesterday into last night, and then it's still snowing as we speak. This is a pretty recent forecast, so let's listen to the rest of it.
Afternoon, that's when we'll see this low finally exit to the east, and that's when we'll see things kind of gradually diminish in intensity. So as we go through lunchtime, we still have snow, but then after that, it looks like we'll start to see some clearing working in by early afternoon. We could actually see some peaks of sun before it sets later on this evening. Things will improve as we go into tonight, too. We'll have clearing skies, and tomorrow we'll see a mix of sun and clouds, and it will be a cold day. We're looking at a high temperature of 30 degrees, so snow melt will not be on the table for your Tuesday. But after that, temperatures will be in the 40s for the rest of the week. So that will have the melting snow. It'll turn much nicer by Saturday. We're expecting plenty of sunshine with a high of 44 by then.
So, gentlemen, unlike last snow event, Joey Brooklyn and Ed Wallace, we won't have freezing conditions in the teens, in the Fahrenheit, in the teens and 20s. When you see what we have here for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday going into the weekend, a lot of this snow is going to be melted, which is... I love it. I wish it was going to be in the 50s. You know what I mean, Ed?
The only problem is at night it's going to go down to freezing. It's going to refreeze again. See, 23 degrees, 20. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thursday we got a good chance of getting a lot of melted with the rain, and you know, like it says, it does drop below freezing later, but and then it warms up again Friday. So, you know. If this doesn't make my wife want to be a snowbird, I don't know what will.
Yeah, exactly. Julia in the chat says, I usually watch you guys, let me put that up on the screen, usually watch you gentlemen out of the chat, like on the replay. Grateful for you both. Or she's out watching us outside and not chatting. So Julia, Rob, thank you so much for being here in the live chat. It's these types of live streams where we could really engage with the audience. And Joey, thank you for bringing your perspective. We love that you're here. I don't want to cause any extra stress for you, Joe. So if you got to go, I know you got a very a large family that lives and is with you visiting. So I don't want to hold you, but you know, if you're not subscribed to Joey Brooklyn, please consider going over and subscribing to his channel. I'll have it linked in the description, Joe. Oh, the banner is covering him. Let me go down here like this. There you go.
Is that good? There you go.
Low rider.
Well, guys, thank you for having me join you guys. And, you know, I love you, Ron. I love you, Ed, too. And I learned so much from both of you. And, you know, just stay safe and be careful out there. Don't do nothing crazy out there. Yeah. What I just did, I just got stuck now. See what I did? I did something silly. I went back and forth, and now I'm like almost out into the street, but I'm stuck. So my son-in-law just came here, and we're going to push myself back, and that's it.
Oh, shit. Thank you, Joey. See,
all right, brother. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. And make sure you subscribe to DutyRon and Ed and everybody.
Yeah, be careful in your driveway, Joe. Don't get stuck.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Take care, Joe. Be safe.
There's Joey Brooklyn. Somebody in the chat, I think it was Okie Dokie. She said, Joey, going back and forth, you're going to get snow in your tailpipe. Be careful. And what happened? He got stuck in the snow.
Yeah.
He was trying to give us a good shot, Ed.
I tell you what, though, that's one thing about my monster truck that I love is that auto start. I stay in the house and hit the button, bang, 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 and then the car starts itself, and it's nice and warm. I have all the settings in the right way, and then it warms up the interior and melts that snow right off the car.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ocean Girl, that's the remote start is the best thing. I have it with the Tesla, and Janine has it with her new truck. You just go into an app and turn it on, and it has a setting for winter and for the summer. So in the winter it defrosts while everything's on high. It's really, technology is great. Ocean Girl 505 is checking in from, I guess that's the area code for New Mexico. So Ocean Girl, good to see you. Thank you for being a channel member. Hi, DutyRon and Ed. Hey guys, does crime slow down in this weather? Ed, it definitely it slows, but some of the really opportunists know that police response will be slow, and maybe, I'm not saying with this type of snow you got to really trudge through it, but crime knows no boundaries, and it still happens, but it definitely slows down, right?
Yeah, the outdoor crime definitely plummets with this kind of bad weather, but occasionally it does happen, that you get an outdoor crime scene in a blizzard. I've had them, and I'm looking for cartridge cases from shootouts and so forth and so on, and tracking bloodstains in blood, all that. But a lot of times it just moves indoors, especially in like I've had so many crime scenes in the winter in NYCHA, in our public housing locations, and going to these crime scenes, we used to be amazed about the heating conditions in these apartments, where you're coming from these freezing blizzard conditions outside and then entering into these NYCHA apartments where the heat is stifling to the point that the occupants of the apartments have to keep their windows open to try to regulate the heat.
Right.
Okay. And then if you go in there, you're stripping down to your base layers of clothing for fear you're going to sweat so much that when you go back outside, you're going to freeze and get sick and die. It was that bad. I mean, some of these, and you look at the thermostats in ththese places, and it's like, okay, they got them at the minimum, but yet you go over to the heating source, which is a lot of times it was a radiator or, it was hot water type heating, and you can boil an egg on it.
Absolutely. It's unbelievable.
You're a housing cop, Ron. You have
to. Yeah. Those buildings stay super duper warm, and it's in the summer it's so hot, and in winter, no good. Let's take a look. This is live out in Massapequa. That's not far from where Joey Brooklyn was just getting his car stuck in his driveway.
I almost bought a house there.
Yeah.
And when I went out there, they said it's not Massapequa. I said, well, how do you pronounce it? And they were goofing with me. They said, it's matzo pizza. And I said, why you call it matzo pizza? He goes, well, some years the mayor's Jewish, some years the mayor's Italian. So we call him matzo pizza.
So Massapequa, home of Rex Heuermann, which is Massapequa Park. And then there's North Massapequa. There's all different sections of Massapequa, but Massapequa is Massapequa. All right, let's listen. Here's a reporter live outside in the elements. Somebody was saying this co-host here I've never seen him on with.
He's an actor.
Yeah, he's an actor. Jerry something.
Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, there you go. Let's take a listen.
Is on now.
Briella,
I have an
you said it was,
explanation for that.
Yeah, Briella, you said it was getting better, and now it just we're going to cut back to you. It's going to be up to your neck. What are the glasses? Where did you get them?
I think I jinxed myself.
Are these special goggles? What is happening?
These are, my photographer whipped them out because I've been squinting at the camera lens all morning. And I mean, it's really unbelievable to think, okay, this has been coming down, at least in this neighborhood, since yesterday morning. I mean, 24 hours later, there are still flakes falling from the sky, albeit the wind has died down just a little bit, but it's still enough to be really annoying out here doing live shots. So my photographer, Fernando, went in his car. He said, listen, these are specifically made for the snow. They're made for these whiteout conditions. And honestly, they're helping a lot. I wish I had them all morning, a little bit more comfortable out here. But with that all being said, there is still a travel ban through 11 o'clock, according to the county executive, Bruce Blakeman. And that, of course, is to keep non-essential cars off the roadways so the plows can get through, get the job done. A lot of people on this residential block, North Massapequa, they've been...
Ed, I know you have a deep appreciation for precise road clearing, and the Department of Transportation, that's what we're looking at, New York State DOT, Department of Transportation. They know this shit because when you go upstate New York, this is a joke to them because they get snow. Once you go north of Schenectady, north of Syracuse, close up to Lake Placid and Niagara Falls, they'll probably look down at what we're getting and laugh at it.
They're laughing at us. Yeah. This is nothing. This is chump change. I told you a story the other day. My sister used to live up in Syracuse, and I've never experienced lake effect snow until the one time I went to visit her with my wife. We went up there. There was no snow on the ground, right? I parked on the curb in front of her house, woke up the next morning. I couldn't see my car. It was buried in snow.
Yeah, it's insane. My sister went to college up at Buffalo State University, and we visited once, and that was it. That was enough for me. I was like, how do you get around? And the only way to get around is either by snowmobile or in a big vehicle, a big truck like this, or something that's can plow through. I think they had like 3 feet of snow, and we were inside. Like literally, I stayed just a weekend. I think I went outside just to get there and then to go back home. Crazy. Even the airports they operate with several feet of snow because they do the clearing like what we're seeing here on the runways. I
mean, I've seen some snow removals in foreign countries that are just amazing, and I'm like, why don't we have that back here in the States? Right? I mean, they just do it totally different than we do. It's like, they have these trucks that instead of plowing things, suck the snow in over the truck and into a bin behind them, and then they fill up and they drive off, go to a location where they'll dump that, and it gets processed, and then they're back out there. So they're just removing everything. They're just not pushing things and creating huge mountainous piles. Now, when I was a kid, growing up in the 50s and 60s and 70s, when we had those blizzards, and we had those snow days, the city sanitation would come and create these big piles of snow at the end of the block or in a dead end somewhere. And we would love that because we would go digging through there and make igloos and ice forts and all these different things. And
now we don't even want nothing to do with it. We just like look at it. I like to look at it from the comfort of my home and say, oh, it looks nice. But eventually, we both are going to have to go out there and.
Yeah, well, it looks nice for a day or two until all the soot and dirt from gets into it, and then it's ugly. And you just
Ed and Chad, it's just amazing when you look at this shot. And the reason I kept going back to it is because right behind the last plow, you see several commuter vehicles like following them because they're getting the best grip of clean road to travel.
Oh yeah,
traveling so closely. Look at this.
Is this the Long Island Expressway? Because it looks like it.
It does.
Yeah. Because I've actually experienced that. I would be right behind those 3 plows, sometimes 4 plows because they go 4 wide.
Look at that.
Yeah. So everybody's pushing to the right, and then the last plow pushes it up onto the shoulder.
It's almost like they're tailgating them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That's a little too close.
Yeah, that's a little too close.
What do you
especially if they got the salt spreader in behind there, and then it's spinning, and now your car is getting pelted.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. Thank you, Kathy, for being here, and thank you to everybody who's hanging out with us. We're just showing a little bit of live coverage.
It's going to take a few days, probably. It's not going to just be a one and done kind of thing. And as for Long Island Railroad service, well, that is suspended until further notice. We still, at this point, don't know when trains will resume running. Here's MTA Chair and CEO Jano Lieber with more.
Honestly, the issue is when the wind dies down and we can make sure how the drifting.
Power outages are another thing. PSE&G Long Island, but for this storm, like we did with the last one, where we had like a tundra for a few weeks. But speaking of Long Islanders, power outages are another thing. PSE&G Long Island just sent out an email saying that around 15,000 customers in Nassau, Suffolk counties and the Rockaways are affected by the storm. So 15,000 people, that number could grow because you've got
15,000 people out just in the Long Island area are without power. So I feel blessed to have it. I have backup power via generator. My stepmom, who's in her late 80s, has a Generac not a natural gas, she's got the big tanks. What gas is that, Ed? The CN gas?
Propane?
Propane, thank you. She has 2 double propane industrial tanks that are tied into each other, and they monitor it just like they monitor the home heating oil by satellite. And she's good to go. What do we got? Finland in the chat, huh?
Finland it's just a normal day here, not news. Get over yourselves in America. Okay, we got you. We got you.
Hey, look, we're not disputing that this is probably amateurish, but for us, we haven't had snow in over a decade. The last snowstorm was January of 2016. That was close to this, and this may exceed those 2016 numbers, and that's why. I thought to myself, well, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do this because everybody's watching our coverage for Nancy Guthrie and some of the other crime cases that we cover. But you know what? This I felt was like something that you and I should talk about because we could wrap safety into it. And from a retired police perspective, these are some of the most dangerous times because, getting out or getting caught out in the snow or falling in the snow and having nobody to pick you up, hypothermia can set in real quick and you can die. This is deadly. We lost 16 or 17 of our homeless population in New York City in the deep freeze that we had, maybe even upwards of 20 or more homeless folks that refused to go into the shelters and are living out on the streets. My heart breaks for those people during these times and the extreme heat. So it's dangerous.
You remember when we talked about having go bags a while back?
Yeah,
you have to prepare for this too. You need extra power sources back, so to charge your things. You need backup electricity if you can afford that, or you can get yourself a lot of these electrical inverters that have battery lives, and some of these batteries are, I can recommend a few, but that you can power the whole house. And, they're not cheap. It is an investment. Okay. But like, depending on which kind you get, some of these are solar powered, some you can plug in and charge up the batteries, and then the battery will be there when you need it. And if you have the right system and, like the portable systems, some that I like, you can, if you sell your house, well, the system is not bolted to your wall in your garage someplace. You can take the whole system with you and use it at your new house. Okay. So you want to have that. You want to have candles. You want to have your water. You want to have your food. You want to have, even, if you're going to be stuck for a while, you might want to have dehydrated food that you can just pour some water in, boil.
Make sure you have enough medication on hand.
Yeah. I mean,
not that enough.
You get some sleeping blankets that are rated below 0. And things of that nature. You have to, I'm sorry to say, but you have to be a prepper. You have to prepare for these things and be able to save yourself if you need to, right? Because a lot of times depending on where you live. I mean, a lot of people live in remote parts of their state, not as populous as here in New York, and help is very far away. Okay.
Yeah,
so you have to be able to self-sustain.
Yeah. And somebody said in the chat, it sounds like you're stocking up for a war. It's not a war. It's just preparing for a long haul. What if you lose power? What if you can't get out to get to a store to get extra supplies or things of that nature? So it's important to be ready.
Well, not a war. I mean, if it was war, then there would be guns and ammo, and, not stuff to heat my house. And like I have a wood burning fireplace. Okay, do you have a wood? Do you have capabilities to warm your house should you lose your power? If you lose your electric, are you going to lose your medical devices? Are you going to not have the ability to cook? If that's the case, then you need to have an alternative cooking method and so forth and so on. It's just working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, look at these guys with the snow blowers. There's some whiteout conditions right there. But you can see neighbors helping neighbors. There's 3 people, 1, 2, and then a third back here using gas-powered snow blowers, big ones. It looks like they can tackle about a foot. Looks like they're still having trouble. You're going to have to do it layer by layer. So it's interesting. This is Massapequa, Long Island.
But speaking of Long Islanders, power outages are another thing. PSE&G Long Island just sent out an email saying that around 15,000 customers in Nassau, Suffolk counties and the Rockaways are affected by the storm. So 15,000 people, that number could grow because you've got such wet snow weighing down these power lines. Hopefully that situation doesn't get any worse. They are working to restore power. Rosanna and Jerry, back to you.
Oh my goodness. All right. So where is it up to on your body? Because we've seen
I'm
the
going
progression.
to say knees.
The progression since 7 a.m.
Okay. Well, this is tricky because you've got a lot of drifts out here. So I can step in one spot and I'm like, it's not so bad. And then
just for reference, she's standing in the middle of a plowed street. So because it's just everything's white out, if you look at this telephone pole, that's a good reference of the potential height, and that could give you a better indicator of where.
Well, look at the side of the cars, right? And you can see like on the car to the right that's in the driveway, it's over the tires. So
because we kind of put the snow there. Let's do it over here. So this is just walking, boom, you fall.
Yeah.
You fall.
Those your knees right there.
It's above my knees.
That's crazy.
I think Jerry is spot on.
Yeah. So that's that's pretty decent height right there. But you could see that there's drifts. You could see how the snow is blown. The 60+ mile an hour winds is what makes some of these drifts over 3 feet. In my backyard, I looked quickly up against the fences in the back, going up against my shed. It's definitely above 2 feet. It's something that you really wouldn't want to venture out in. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hey, thank Fernando for the shades. They look really cool. Look cool. You look like you're about to go to a rave.
I know. I should
like
probably keep them, right? I think that New York City is very diverse. I'm sure there's a lot of that going on.
Briella, you did a heck of a job out on Long Island, but I just want you to know you cannot compete with the naked cowboy because he's in Times Square as we speak.
Ron, I'll be right back.
Whitey's. He doesn't have boots on, no hat, no fancy.
The naked cowboy. Those of you in the chat, how many of you in the chat know what the reference is with the naked cowboy? She is, I'm hoping, goes to that shot where he's there because that would be fun. She doesn't. Damn it. That would have been funny to show that. How many of you guys know about the naked cowboy?
Sunglasses.
He does this every storm. I need whatever that guy's on or his stamina because New Yorkers are built different, man.
Yeah, but he's not on TV. It's not safe for work.
Yeah, I guess so.
Put some
All
stuff
right.
on.
Thanks, Briella,
Thank
for
you so much, Briella. Really appreciate you today.
All right, let's talk about Manhattan, right? I mentioned the naked cowboy is naked.
Haley Fixler has been on the Upper East Side.
He basically, for those of you who don't know about the naked cowboy, he just Google it. He goes with like a diaper on or just like a loincloth around his front, and the back is exposed, so his butt cheeks are out. Blonde-haired Fabio-looking kind of guy, and he plays the guitar with the cowboy hat on and cowboy boots. Quite interesting.
All morning, people still going to the gym. Haley, it's coming down harder every time we see you.
It is coming down harder, and people are still going to the gym. It's something I will never understand, Jerry Rosanna. But I remember the last 30 minutes or so, Brenda, one of our amazing photographers, was shoveling this whole sidewalk. And once again, it is completely covered in snow again. I want to show you 3rd Avenue because it just keeps getting worse and worse. You can actually see, it looks like an MTA bus might have just gotten stuck. I hear the engine spurring. But yeah, so then that, and then I want you to look at the trees. If we can get a look at the trees, because this is something that Governor Kathy Hochul, when she was on earlier today, she talked about the concern with the snow accumulation on trees and on power lines, because there is quite a bit and it's coming down harder. So there is that concern, but there already has been some snow damage. So we've had reports of a tree down on Park Avenue, and let's take a look at video from other parts of the city. You can see this is video from Brooklyn on 39th Street between 13th and 14th Avenue. You can see caution tape blocking off the front part of a building because the awning has collapsed. The cars, they are just completely covered in snow. Plows have been really working around the clock to try and tackle some of the accumulation before it got too bad. And in Queens, the snow amounts already caused some large branches to fall off the trees, like we were just talking about, pulling power lines down with it. One of those branches hit some parked cars. And again, this is from really early this morning. Now, as we mentioned, people are still out and about. They're walking around. We talked to some people braving the elements, going to the gym.
Bridgeport now at 16 inches, New Canaan at 15 inches, Norwalk, Connecticut, just under a foot of snow. We'll probably get there because the snow is still coming down. We're now at 24.2 inches in Freehold, New Jersey, Cranberry at 21, Newark Liberty Airport checking in at 18.3, Hoboken 16.5 for you, West Milford at 14, New York, I just got the report from Islip at 27 inches. That's our highest total that I found so far. Quad coming in at 23.5, Irvington up towards Westchester 19.5. The Bronx coming in at 17.9. Central Park has now been updated at 15.1. And we are continuing to add to the totals, folks. This is really, really impressive stuff. Montauk Point came in with an 84 mile per hour wind gust earlier this morning, and that is hurricane force winds. Everyone else at tropical storm force winds from Kew Garden Hills. And
Ed, the winds is what makes this so dangerous, with down power lines, down trees, the blowing snow. Thank you for putting us back on. My hands were folded. It's always good to have someone help me with the behind the scenes stuff. Ed Wallace working at the console. These wind gusts are what makes damage. It makes things fall apart. It makes fences break. It makes, or some people who don't have really sturdy awnings. My awning survived Superstorm Sandy. It survives all this heavy snow, knock on wood. Hold on, I don't want to jinx myself. But that awning was a gift to me when we bought this house in 1995. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she died at 101 years young. She bought that awning as a home gift, home warming gift for Janine and I. And it's been there ever since. Yeah. Talk about the wind, Ed.
Oh yeah, the wind is a killer. My house down in Jersey, it's built to hurricane code, right? And it's up on pilings for flood code. So it was post Sandy built, and so I had to conform to all the regulations that were changed after Sandy in terms of the height of the building. I'm on pylons, and I had to drive the pylons a certain amount of feet down into the ground, all this stuff. But when that wind comes down and it hits that elevated house, because the living area is like 18 feet off the ground, off grade, above the floodplain. And when the wind hits that house down there, because it's on the Jersey Shore, so you get the trade winds. So in a normal trade wind summer, okay, where the trade winds come in the afternoon, as the sun is setting, the trade winds move in, and it starts hitting the house, right? I have retractable awnings, and they have sensors, and they have a little wind speed gauge and so forth. And so when it hits certain wind speed, the the sensor kicks in and retracts the awning because it can't be out in that kind of weather. It'll just tear right out of the roof, right out of my roof where it's bolted into. But when you get these storms like this, like some of these big nor'easters, because I go down to my house all year round. And when you get these nor'easters and that wind is really kicking up, it's funny because you can go over, you can feel a little vibration in the house. And then I have like this floor mat that's in front of my kitchen sink, right? And because of the movement, that mat moves, okay? And then you go to the bathrooms and you look in the toilet and you watch the water kind of slosh around in there from the wind hitting the house. The wind is scary. That scares me. Now, I'm going to be building a new house on a lot that I purchased next to my current house in Jersey, and it's going to be all concrete. And I designed it. I got all the specs. It's going to be reinforced steel concrete poured, not monolithic pours, not concrete blocks or concrete masonry units, none of that stuff. And when I showed it to an inspector, he looked at it and he said, "What are you building here?" I said, "Why?" He says, "Well, nobody builds like this down here. And second of all, it looks like a Nazi bunker in Normandy."
Oh my God. Well, Ed, you built that home, I guess, from the ground up, and you helped design it. So I don't expect anything less from Mr. Wallace. And if I do have another home built, I'm going to pull you in on the specs.
Definitely. I'll help you out.
Listen, folks, if you're watching from somewhere that's affected, let us know about the conditions that you got. This is outside my home right now, and I just want to thank Texas IT lady for becoming a YouTube member, and thank you again, Jen, for the $10 super chat. This is not like regular coverage. That will resume our regular scheduled coverage on Nancy Guthrie and some of the other pressing cases that are coming on, but this is, I think, important for us to talk about the snow. Let us know where you're watching. And if you want to join and you can share your screen, maybe your backyard or whatever, something that you might not want to, dox yourself or whatever the case may be. But it's always interesting to see, the looks. And I want to share some of the looks from my house. This is the backyard. Let's see if I can get that up. Oh, underneath my awning. Look, this is what I was talking about, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my outdoor TV. All of my furniture, should be covered. I should have it shrink wrapped or covered. But look at how much snow blew into my patio. So,
there's the snow drifts.
It's up against my house here at some point. Let's go full screen with it so you guys can really see it. And you can see my ceiling fan is not on. It's being blown by the wind. You could see Janine's wind chimes here blowing around, and there's my motorcycles under there, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else I could give you guys a look at. Let's go to the back deck. So these are 3.5 foot railings. So they're a little, about a quarter way covered. And again, this is snowdrift snow. But look at the shed door. Remember, there's a bird, a dove, or a pigeon, or whatever. Very interesting. The birds are out. But
that bird didn't get the message to go south for the winter.
Yeah, he's probably living under my awning. But you could see the snow drifts here where the cursor is. This is a 6-foot door. So if I wanted to get into that shed, I probably couldn't. Look at this little guy. He's out there. What is he thinking? Snow's going to provide him with something? There's one bird there, one there. You can see the flags going crazy. And again, I could go to a time lapse on that. Let me just see if I could do a playback. That would be really cool. Remote playback.
You got that hot tub going, right?
Of course. I may go in it. I may put on my cowboy boots and put on the loincloth and head out there, Ed. What do you think?
Yeah, I remember doing that back in the day when I was much younger at ski lodges, going out in the snow and jumping in the hot tub and then getting out and watching steam come off your body as you run back in the house.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's do a time lapse. Who wants to do a time lapse? If you want to see a time lapse, not that I'll be doing it professionally, but I'm going to scroll through it. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see a time lapse of my backyard deck. This is going to be this image right here. Put a 2 if you just like, hey, DutyRon, give it a break. All right, screw it. I'm doing it anyways. Let's see.
While you're doing that, all that's going through my mind right now is like the Beach Boys song, Aruba, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Yeah, I'd rather be anywhere than here right now.
Exactly. We switch the dates to the 22nd. All right, so this is yesterday, 2/22 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look at how much snow was there. Hold on, let me go full screen. I don't know why it won't let me. Oh, here we go. All
That's right, Kokomo. You know, my friends down south, every time it snows down there, what they call snow?
What do they call it, Ed?
The devil's dandruff.
This is yesterday, guys, the devil's dandruff. So it turned over to snow at 1400, 2 o'clock yesterday. So at 12 noon, it was sheer rain. It was just coming down rain. There's no snow, very little at 12 noon. All right, so let's go from 12 noon yesterday to 2000 hours. What is that, at 8 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
From 12 noon to 8 p.m. last night.
And there was some animal that walked across your deck.
Yeah, it's probably a cat. My wife feeds the animals and the birds outside. There's a bird feeder out there.
The feral cats?
No, my neighbor has a cat that she lets in and out. I don't know why she does it. We don't have any feral cats.
You got a predator cat.
Yeah, so he goes out, goes up on the fence, and then goes back home 2 doors down. But this is 8 o'clock last night. Okay, so you go from 6 p.m. to 8. This is 1800. And then let's go to midnight. Midnight, it's all the way up here. 8 o'clock, coming down pretty good. Let me take the banner off so everybody could see my wife's pretty lights. She just sent me a text. Take off the banner so everybody could see the lights. It's hard to see from that camera shot, but interesting, right? So let's go towards midnight. This is just a little bit before midnight, 11:43 p.m. Now, you can't see the snow because the lights are off. But when the lights are on, I had shut them somewhere around 11-ish. When you see, okay, so the camera doesn't pick up the snow if the light isn't on. I have the floodlight on, and then
well, you can see it.
It's just not as pronounced as this.
Yeah.
You'll see when I show
when the light is on, you mean?
Yeah. Now it's
because it's precipitation and the light reflects off of it. Yeah.
Correct. So the night vision doesn't really pick it up. You have to look really hard at it.
Yeah, no, the infrared
so
it's not going to give you that.
Let's go from zero.
You know, my parents had 2 doctor's appointments today and they got canceled. And I was so grateful.
All right. So this is 2 a.m. It almost looks like it's light out, right?
Yeah.
This is overnight is when we got the worst of it. I wished it was, I do have the Ring camera that has the loud, wind noise in it. I listen to it, but I don't think that would be good for the air people would blow out people's ears.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like when I turn on my cameras, oh my God, the wind is so bad. I have to shut the mic off.
Yeah, I have a camera on the deck here, but you could see it blowing. This is 5:10 a.m. this morning, and you could see the wind up here in your upper right. It's going to the south, north to south as that wind is blowing there. And I've never seen the steps to the hot tub covered in the whole cover is covered with snow from blowing snow. There's a full pavilion covering that. Let's go to 6 a.m. Very, very windy conditions. But really the worst of it was around 4 a.m., between 4 and 5, wind-wise. That's when I felt the windows on the house like shaking. Had to be, 60+ mile an hour winds. So let's go to a live shot now. Still snow coming down. And birds. Yeah, look. All right. I think that's enough. I don't want to.
I don't know if we can see this. Can we see it?
Let me go full screen with you.
So that's my backyard in Jersey. Just a few minutes ago.
New Jersey?
Yeah. And here's the other shot.
Oh, wow.
So the water, the lagoon isn't frozen. It was frozen a couple of weeks ago, where people were able to walk on it and ice skate.
Wow. I want to see if I could get my Ring cameras up. Take a peek there real quick. Ring-a-ling. Let's see. I do have it saved.
You are correct. Okay, Doki 7.
What did she say?
She was asking where it was.
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hope this shows products dashboard. Here we go. This should be interesting. If I could play this. Anybody want to see the Ring video, Dork? All right. I'm not even asking. I'm just doing it. Right? Let's just do it.
Do it. Just do it.
Do it. All right. Back deck. Activating live view. Let's listen. This is right now. I will take that off. Full screen. My awning's covered. It's still precipitating slightly. Show more cameras. Here's a look back at the house. How come that's not showing? Wow, it's fighting me. Do you have Ring type devices? By the way, I pay for the annual cloud service, Ed. Do you?
I have Arlo and I have Flare. I have two different systems. I don't have Ring.
You're fancy. All right, this is a look back at my house. So you could see that huge snowdrift on the top of the awning.
That's an aluminum one.
Yeah, there's my camera. That's a Ring. That's the one we were just viewing where my thing is pointing. These are my IP cameras here. There's two underneath here as well. One at the sliding glass. Hold on. One at the sliding glass door in the corner. Another back here, shooting back this way. I have cameras on all angles of the house. But I mean, I could go back and review on this one too, and I did, but you could see the snow drifts. This is about 4 feet of height with my deck. So drifts almost up there to 3 feet-ish. What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, you see it's covering up to the second step there on your left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a nice cap on top of your fire pit there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody want to come for a barbecue over the summer at DutyRon's? Hot tub will be open. And the Naked Cowboy will be here. So Angela's asking if you have a lagoon.
Yeah, I have a lagoon, and I have 100 feet of boat dock. And yes, if you go underneath that ice, you could potentially drown. I mean, it is deep because we have boat traffic there.
Right. Good pictures on my ring. Yeah, the ring is really good. This is on my shed, and these are Wi-Fi with cloud coverage. I have it up on the cloud. Let me see if I can just go back quick and give you guys maybe some concept. Or wait a minute, I want to just look at my front door and see what that looks like. It's a mess. This is a good one. I got to get this up. This is my side door. Holy shit. This is the side door. My car is parked right out there. You're almost not going to be able to get the concept of what this is. It almost looks like a wall of snow, but it's my car right next to the doorbell on the side of my house. Look at that shit.
Yeah, I can see the front wheel.
Yeah, front wheel here, back wheel right here. And this is the snow that's piled up.
It's like a work of art.
I mean, where do I start with that, Ed? The good news is I retired recently, so I don't give a shit. What happens to this? This can melt on the weekend. So what do you guys think? Julie is saying great quality. Look, I'm just a regular person, but of course, retired from the police department. So I do have.
I got to step away.
I have 15 cameras, right? Ed's stepping away. I have 15 cameras on the outside of my house combined with the Ring and my IP cameras. And all of this is reviewable in the cloud. So I have two, one at my door on the side and one at a higher length. Let's see the higher length one. Let's see what this looks like. Full screen. So this is the elevated view. It's covered. The camera's partially covered. This is the Ring video doorbell. Ring. Hello from sunny Florida. Thanks for rubbing it in. Somebody is holed up at the Marriott Hotel LaGuardia Airport. Also heard there's a big tree branch that hit the side of the hotel. Wow. Nobody's getting close to DutyRon, and nobody's going to kidnap anybody from my home without being caught on camera, every angle, every view, and they're not going to be able to take it away and then have to do a Hail Mary and pray that Ring can recover from my doorbell. It's all on the cloud. I pay $100 a year for the cloud. I have an ATV, but I don't have a snowmobile. I need a snowmobile. That's for sure. So Ed stepped away for whatever reason. Hold on. Here's a look under my awning. Let's go full screen with that. So this is another different view. Entrance to my home from the back. There's a camera up here. If you get any funny ideas, that shoots this way. And this one is where my TV is. This is my outdoor TV. Obviously, I have it covered. I have a refrigerator and all of my furniture and my motorcycle here. That's just a different look. There's the fire pit. Pretty cool. There's a look out my front door doorbell. Front door doorbell. I see somebody already came through with the snowblower and did the walkway here. So probably Diane did that. So shout out to my neighbors. Diane, my good friend. Thank you. This is the best view yet, right here. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Talk about snow. This is the snow that's piled up on my car. This is the amount of snow on the side of my home at the driveway where my car is. What do you guys think? This is a wall of snow. It is wet. Yes, it is wet. Anybody want to join? Anybody want to join? Show us your snow. I'm going to get ready to wrap up in 15 minutes or less. So is anybody interested? If you're interested, I will share the link. I will share the link, and you can join, or if you don't want to join, I understand. A lot of people are shy. Angela just sent me, John, you just see Ron and just see you snowmobiling down the street. Anybody want to join? Okay. It's in the chat. The link's in the chat. Whew. Crazy, right? It looks pretty. It does look pretty, though. I will say it does look pretty. That's the link if you want to join. And then we'll wrap it up. Okay, Amazing Ant, I just sent you the link. I just sent you the link. Come and join. This is a live look of snowfall outside of my home. There looks to be about 6 inches or more on the cover of my hot tub. About a half a foot on top of my fire pit. There is a 3-foot snow drift on the top of my awning. There's about 2.5 feet of snow on my deck. I said deck, not you know what. 2.5 to 3 feet of snow on my deck. 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 Just for clarification. You have to be safe nowadays. You have to spell it out. DECK.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Thank you. Thank you, Cameron. We're waiting for Ed to come back. I am now underneath. I wish there was a second camera. I do have a second camera shot, but I am getting a foot massage via a heated foot massage machine underneath my desk. DESK desk.
Hey, Ron?
Yes, Ed?
A heated foot massage?
Yeah, I have. I'll send you a picture of it. It's right. My feet are in it. I do this this is a little bit of behind the scenes for everybody. While we are doing live streams, I do this. I put my feet in. It's, there's inserts for it. I turn the heat on just by a one click with my toe. I don't even have to look down there. I know where it is. I click it on, and I'm getting a foot massage.
This is a dry machine, right? Not wet.
Yeah, it's dry. What do you Asian spa or something like that?
Like the water feet massage things.
Just dry. Heat is optional. I put the heat on because I like a little bit of heat. There's 3 or 4 different levels of heat, and I am getting a foot massage as we speak.
Did you ever see those I forgot what to call it, but anyhow, you insert your feet into the water, and there's the little fish in the water, and they eat the scales and stuff off your feet. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy. I've seen it. It makes people cringe. Like if you're sensitive or ticklish on your feet, some people can't do it.
Speaking of feet, I want to show you the warmest boots I've ever owned. All right. For those of you in the service, then you would know them. We call them Mickey Mouse boots. This is in black. It comes in black and white, but it's a very simple boot. It doesn't have all that Thinsulate technology of today and all those other things. It's waterproof, and it is the warmest boot I've ever owned. It is not very fashionable, but your feet will never really get cold. Okay, if you can pick these boots up at typically like an Army Navy store. You can find them online and so forth. Really good boots.
Excellent, Ed. I always love when you bring the props out. Angela, I don't know if she's got something to show us, but she sent me a bunch of text messages while we were live. I could show them from my phone. I just saw them now. But Angela,
yeah,
what's going on in Suffolk?
Hey, oh God, I'm not happy about this. It's like I look like a train wreck. I'm like I was outside with my little cap. Hey, Ed.
Hey.
That's what I had on, that type of cap with little diamonds on them, and I double layered, and I don't want to get out of the outfit because if this dog has to go out again and throw up and eat some grass, I got to go shovel grass.
Give us a view, not showing yourself, but showing the camera. Like go to and then just activate your camera. You don't have to show you. Just I'll take you off and you could set it up, and then I'll bring it back on when I see it. All right. I want to just see what it looks like out in Suffolk County. Ed, the fair, I'd wear those with a tutu.
Okay. That's an image I'd like to see. Okay. All right. Hey, they are comfortable, actually. I've never gotten a blister from these boots. Amazing Ant.
What? Whoa, wait a minute. Where is she?
Hi.
What's up, Sarge?
Can you go sideways with the camera? Can you turn the camera sideways?
I'm going frozen. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go. Good,
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I've been out here 20 minutes. What's up? Good morning, everyone.
Where are we? Where are we?
We're on the border of New York City and Nassau County. I'm 15 minutes from your home.
Okay. And what are we looking at there? Is that a lake?
We're looking at a lake right behind my apartment. Believe it or not, that's the view. And the geese are out. They were out over here. Ed, I've never worn a sergeant hat on patrol, and I found this and I brought it out.
There you go. SBA
They gave
hat.
it to me. Yeah, because I never wore an authorized knit cap, and they gave it to me when I retired. Anyway, so the geese are here, and this is the whole lake. It's a mini Central Park.
Wow.
Can you hear me? Because I have new AirPods.
We hear you perfectly.
It's a little brutal, I'll be honest. But anyway, it's like being on patrol on a rooftop in housing. Not really, because we were never outside. So you see the lake, you see the trees. I'm going to turn around, and behind me is the highway that goes to Long Island and the Hamptons and the beaches. It's right behind me. And I wore red so I wouldn't get hit by a car. You think it's working?
Yeah.
I look like I work for the fire department. So let me show you how deep it is.
You look fashionable. Oh,
shoot. Look, you see? It's all the way up going to my knees and thighs. Can you see the snow?
I do.
Wow.
That is awesome. And this is a great perspective you're providing us on location outside in the Queens and Nassau border.
All right. Listen, I got to run. Angela's up there. Amazing Ant. You got it. Guys, take care.
Bye.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
Ron, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye, Ed.
Be safe.
All right.
Bye.
Ed provides us always great info. Ange, put the camera sideways so we can see your full screen.
You guys see?
Yeah.
Sideways. Put the camera sideways. Like, don't hold it straight up and down. Put it sideways, Angela. Sideways. I guess she doesn't hear me.
Are you guys able to see?
I am. I could see you. Hi. Yes. Let's see. Amazing Ant. I got to go to you because it looks unbelievable where you are.
I got more views. You guys want to see some police stuff?
Hello.
Yes, I want to see.
Watch. So if we were working on patrol, we would get a phone call for the lights being out. I hear feedback. Hello?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but Ron, I sent you some photos on your phone if you could post. A sanitation plow got stuck on my block. It looked like it hit a car. So I took a picture to send it. So the police are going to have to come out for that to take a report and his supervisor. And now I'm going to flip the camera to show you the lights are out since yesterday. Sorry.
It's okay.
Let me go in the street because I don't want to break my other foot.
Don't go in the street. I don't want you to get hit.
That's all right. There's no one out here. So you see the yellow light blinking?
Yes.
That's been out since yesterday, but all of the lights in my neighborhood are out, all of Queens, which is a safety issue, as you know, Ronnie, in the intersections. Look at this guy speeding here. Anyway, so what they do is in New York City, for those of you who don't know, they're supposed to bring the police out to the major intersections for safety. But I'll be honest, we're really short cops. I haven't seen one patrol, and it's not really safe to be out there unless it's life-threatening. You know what I mean? So this is a quiet block. It's not a huge intersection, so you wouldn't bring the police for this. But they are plowing. The thing is, if you could find that picture I sent you to post, everyone will see that a sanitation truck got stuck on my block, so now my block can't get plowed.
Yeah, I'm going to post it right now. I'm going to show everybody. You look great, and the sound is really good.
Really?
It's a great perspective. I wish you were on earlier, but I'm going to show this right now. Here we go. Sanitation truck stuck, right?
Yeah.
And then,
now, Ronnie, do you want me to go up to Northern Boulevard, the main intersection? It's right up the block, or should I stay in the side streets? I can go up there.
I want you to do what's good for you, and I don't want you to get hurt. So stay where you can. I'm showing pictures that you showed.
Sorry for the noise.
Everybody loves that lake, that little pond that you were showing. That was really a great view. And then you sent me a video. What's this video of?
Oh, I was saying hi to DutyRon, and I was walking to the lake. Sorry, let me mute this guy. Hold on. I guess I can't.
Amazing Aunt live and on location. She's on location. Your camera is off. Just so you know.
Okay, hold on. Learning. I'm just happy that I have AirPods at work. I actually bought them just now. Hold on. Okay, so I got to tell you guys one quick last story before this guy runs me over. The reason why I'm outside for the ladies in the room, I said, let me cook today and prep meals for the week. So I was even out yesterday in the storm, Ron. I was out all day. So anyway, I went out to the supermarket. I got everything I needed. And I forgot one thing, an onion. So I'm walking to my local supermarket around the block from my house, which is opposite from the lake. But I said, let me detour to the lake to say hi to everyone and show you the blizzard. But ladies, I'm walking in the blizzard to get one onion.
That is determination, and it's a great perspective that you're giving us. We love to see this because this is real as real can get. I mean, you're even giving us a better look than Fox 5 did because you're on location walking. Can you show some of the snow piles behind you there or in front of you?
Yeah. So this is like a luxury building. So they have private plows. So the guy that you heard was plowing right here. Oh, you want it this way, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then full screen. So this road here, a little bit of history coming up. Here, I'll show me and then I'll turn around. The road I'm going up to is called Northern Boulevard. That leads to the infamous Shea Stadium City Field for all the Mets fans in the room, DutyRon.
Yeah. That's me.
And this road also goes all the way to the end of Long Island. It's a very historic road. And the Vanderbilt family, for those of you who are into fashion, years ago in the 1920s, they had this road privately made for them going through the trails in my neighborhood. And they would have a private driver drive them on this road to Manhattan. So let me show you the road. Oh, look, sanitation's out here. All right.
Amazing Aunt. They want to know what you're making to get that onion.
The simplest thing. So I'm making chopped turkey, butternut squash, and I'm making chicken cutlets. I'm making soup. I'm preparing a lot of meals because I'm having a little procedure this week on the day that you have stuff going on, DutyRon.
Yeah.
So I'm preparing quite a few meals. I got celery, carrots for a nice organic vegetable chicken soup. So maybe I'll get 2 onions. So I'm preparing meals for the next week or two today so that I'm good to go. So that's why I really want that onion. So watch.
Can we see what?
I'm turning around.
Okay.
I just need to get safe. All right. So Burger King, they're probably open. There's the plow. Let me see. A bus is coming. Look how empty. This road is always busy. This is a main artery in New York City. And look, only one Jeep.
Yeah. Wow.
And look at the pile. Oh, a bus is coming. Let me get out the road.
Yes. Be careful, please.
So
Stay.
look, they just opened the buses, DutyRon. They were closed all night, so they just got them going.
The buses are back running. Wow. So a lot of people in the chat are loving what you're doing here. And then George from the chat asks, is she single?
That's George.
He says you're cute.
Yes, by choice. Thank you, George. I have no makeup on. Imagine if I did. Listen, DutyRon's known me most of my life. Once I'm able to go live in my channel, I have some pretty cool videos in the city and some projects I'm working on. DutyRon, can I do my plug real quick for the Ground Zero project?
Of course. Of course.
Okay. Because thank you, George, for the compliment, but my lungs are World Trade related. So that's why I'm short of breath right now. But I have a project going on. DutyRon posted on his website. I'm actually going to stop walking. I got an idea. We'll have the truck behind us. Sanitation.
Yeah, perfect. I love it.
Look at that. We could do a plug for them.
You got,
so here's
got the chains on. Can you show the chains?
Yeah. You know what? Let me turn it around. Maybe I'll even take a picture. So some of you know me, some don't. I do my own amateur photography, which leads me to World Trade Center. I'm going to take a picture of the chains now. Well, I'll do it after. So I was a first responder like DutyRon at World Trade Center. I worked in the ambulance. And the day that everything happened, I ended up in a Kodak store with the disposable, cameras.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that guy. That guy saved our lives. So every year since World Trade, DutyRon has shown it on the show. I have pictures that I took of the Twin Towers, obviously years prior and throughout the recovery process. And I make a World Trade card. And I volunteered down there upstairs with World Trade responders who passed away, their children. We tell their parents' story. So one thing we've been advocating for, they do not have an American flag posted or raised at Ground Zero. I don't know why. It's just horrible, right, DutyRon?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, because if you go to Pearl Harbor, there's American flags everywhere. It's also a federal park. So behind the scenes, when I'm home with all my World Trade medical stuff, I've been lobbying to get World Trade to be a federal park. And then I linked up with patriotic artist Scott Lebedo, and DutyRon will post it if you guys want to see the link and the pictures. Scott Lebedo paints the American flag on various structures. He gives it to families, especially those who've lost loved ones who are first responders. So anyway, we have a donor, Mr. Lamonis, a billionaire, to donate a $150,000 flag. We had a meeting with the memorial. I'm actually going to speak to Timmy Acosta about this. And now we need permission from the powers that be in New York City to raise one flag. And we're trying to do it this year on Flag Day before the 25th anniversary for 9/11. So I have 106,000 petition signatures. I'm trying to get as many signatures.
I'll link it here in the description. A link to go and sign that petition. There should be an American flag raised at Ground Zero. My cousin was killed there. Many
yes, I remember.
Murdered that day by radical Islam.
Ralphie, right? Ralph
Licardi.
Licardi, yeah. That's how you and I met.
Yes.
With Over World Trade, talking about it, and Ralphie.
Well, I appreciate you advocating for this. It's a great cause, and it's an American cause. It's there for everybody. So thank you for mentioning that. And again, I'll have Kristen link it. It's linked on our website, DutyRon.com. If you want to sign the petition, please go over there and sign it. Good to see everybody here in the chat. Keys from the Crypt. Oh, look, there's a Popeyes and a Burger King over there.
I don't go to either. But also, I put in the video I sent you for everyone that snow days are like holidays, or maybe I posted in the chat. It brings everyone together. It's an opportunity to check in, to see how everyone's doing, because the dog days of winter are really impacting everyone. So, including me. That's why I said, let me go outside and walk. And even the red, it cheered me up. I said, let me cheer everyone here, because we're all carrying a load. So I wanted to send warm thoughts and kindness to everyone, and prayers, especially for you, DutyRon. And thank you for this platform. And thank you, all your followers, because we wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you, amazing aunt. I'm having a PET scan done on Thursday at Memorial Sloan Kettering to get a recheck for my lymphoma, which I have. forever. And the two extra tumors are on my spine. So I'm hoping that focal MRI and the PET scan and my thyroid all checks out, and because I have thyroid cancer, lymphoma, blood cancer, it's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and these two extra lesions that are in my back. That's why I've been absent from YouTube for a while, and I'm getting my strength back. But amazing, Aunt, you provided us with the best coverage in this live stream. Hour and 39 minutes. Your coverage has been the best. What are you seeing precipitation wise? It's still snowing. I see it.
Yeah,
face, right?
it's wet. So it's turning into like a rain. I'm going to see if I can show you a puddle. Maybe not, but it's very wet. You can see the water is rising. We do have another plow. Let me get out of here because I don't want to get run over. We do have a coastal flood warning. By the way, I did want to be a weather lady years ago, so this is my moment. Hold on. Okay, so let me go Amy Freeze on the world. I can't read the chat, so I have to look at it later because I'm sure it's blowing up with everyone laughing. But I feel like Joey Brooklyn, female version. So all seriousness, for everyone who lives in this area, stay home. I'm walking. You see me slipping and sliding. I'm a police sergeant. I've driven an ambulance. I've driven big vehicles, but this is not the weather you want to walk at or drive through because it's slushy now and it's going to turn into ice. Tonight it's going to 21 degrees, freezing, and the coastal area is going to get flooding. By you, Ronnie, there's a lot of flooding that's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
And next week's a full moon. So this is similar to Hurricane Sandy. A lot of people don't know a supermoon came and the weather was like this. Let me show you a plow. Oh, he's going to Dunkin Donuts. This is great. I should offer to buy him coffee because I usually do.
Kayad 2591 says, this is so great. I grew up in Little Neck and learned of that road years later. I always wanted to know exactly what the Vanderbilt Road was. Yeah, Northern Boulevard. Yep.
I used to live in Little Neck. Remember DutyRon when I took care of Grandpa Herbie? Who said that? Katie?
Uh-oh, she froze up. Hopefully the signal comes back.
Okay, wait.
Hopefully. See, that's the bad part about mobile live streaming is sometimes, she's back. All right, we got.
Who said that? Katie from Little Neck?
Yes.
Tell her, Katie, I lived off of Marathon Parkway with Grandpa Herbie. Remember DutyRon? Are they close? Let's see. I'm doing a live stream. I was going to buy you a cup of coffee. I'm a retired police sergeant. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being out here. Follow DutyRon, who's a retired detective. What's your name, sir? Louis, I'm Ann. This is DutyRon, and you're on the live stream, and we're thanking sanitation. I was going to buy you a cup of coffee. No problem. Thank you for being out there. So you all saw we got sanitation here, Louis.
I love it.
And Dunkin Donuts is locked.
Everybody's sending love to the sanitation. New York City.
You know what? I'm going to go through the drive-through. Let me pull rank. Give me a minute. Watch. I can't say I've never done this. I've done this on patrol. Watch. Let's see.
Thank you.
The drive-through is open.
Janine Romaine, thank you so much for the 10. Great live stream. She says, thank you. Everyone's sending thanks to you, Aunt.
Thanks, everyone. So watch. Okay, one more thing, and then I probably should hop off. Okay,
no,
the drive-through is open. But you said you were closing up shop.
I'll stick with you as long as.
Hold on, I'm on patrol. Hold on. Hold on.
She's
Here we go. Here we go. Run. You got it? Oh, wait, we got it. He went around. Watch.
Amazing Aunt is pulling.
We want to order a coffee. I'm a sergeant. He's sanitation. We're working. Give us one coffee, however he wants it. Thank you so much. Hold off right now. Ann. Okay, thanks. Louis, this is so fun because this show, DutyRon, we cover all things true crime. And we worked in NYPD together. And he's right there, DutyRon. And we're airing the blizzard, like doing a safety episode. Right. And we were giving a lot of credit to sanitation, who's out here, because they gave you guys slack last time saying that the streets weren't plowed. You know what the problem is? Forgive me, I'm unfiltered. It's not sanitation. The problem is you don't have kids who shovel because they're on the computer.
Oh,
ding dong, right? All the cars, all the sidewalks. Sanitation can't go into every crevice. They do the main roads. So they gave Lewis and sanitation a hard time last time, but it's not their fault. It's all the lazy kids on the computers. Just saying.
Yeah, the trucks are pretty big. It's hard to maneuver inside things.
Yeah.
Snow takes up a lot of space. Cars can't park properly. It's a little bit of a struggle, but we try our best to get it done.
How many hours are you working today?
It's 12 hours.
12 hours, just like we do in the police department, DutyRon, every day. So for how long? Indefinitely?
Until this gets cleared up a little bit, yeah.
So what time did you start?
6 a.m.
He started at 6 a.m. DutyRon. I'm a midnight person, so this is the time I usually sleep. But instead, I'm walking around showing everyone what you guys are doing. So will you be done at 6 p.m.? Is it a hard stop? Okay.
12-hour
Hard stop.
12-hour tours. I said it in the beginning of the
6
line.
to 6, and then the night shift comes in 6 to 6. And then just keep rotating every day.
2 12.
They're going to keep rotating every day. The night shift will come in at 6 p.m.
2 12-hour tours, 6 a.m. to 6 p, 6 p to 6 a. Yep.
Exactly. One more question, Louis. How many years do you have on the job?
Just 2.
Never say just 2, because one day is still too much in the city of New York. He has 2 years on the job. But guess what? When you're plowing the streets, no one cares if you have 2 days, 20 years, or 1 year. You're doing your job. So thank you.
Okie dokie says,
so
shut the main breaker of the house and see how fast the kids come down to eat something.
I'm on listen the AirPod. Hold on a minute, okay? We got to wrap up business. Give me 1 second, everyone. Keep talking, DutyRon. Go through the questions.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are talking about, hey, my boys had tiny shovels when they were little kids. Amazing Aunt is really hamming it up. She's got some chutzpah in her, that's for sure. I know this side of her because we've been friends for so long. So, like, Amazing Aunt to me is shining bright right now. And this is why I love her. She's buying that guy a cup of coffee or working out, maybe getting a cup of coffee from the drive-up window for the hardworking men and women of New York City sanitation. So kudos to her. She's, supporting another fellow civil servant that's out there working for the city of New York. So I love this. This is a perspective that we don't get to see often. And this is a police agency working with sanitation and showing that camaraderie of how they all should be working together and treating each other. So she's hamming it up. Okay, yeah, 2 seconds, fine. I was about to end it, but Amazing Aunt came on, and she's doing a great job. So an hour of 46 minutes. We'll try to cut this down and do a little bit of editing. I'll have Kristen work on an edit for us, but this is Amazing Aunt. She's amazing.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute, but they didn't get the coffee, so I don't want to go into that mode. I want to stay nice and rated G. So
Yeah.
do you want me to mute or do you want me to stay live? Because I'm gonna go ask them, hey, what's going on with the coffee? Very nice. I'm not in uniform, but
Yeah, but stay live if you want. It's a great perspective. Everyone's digging this. So it's the drive-up, walk-up window. Is it a drive-up and a walk-up?
yeah, it's really a drive up, but today it's a walk up, right? He said they were closed. Walk up and drive through only. I guess they don't want people slipping and sliding or being in the store. And also, I hate to say this, I'm going to give you a little news clip. Homelessness is prevalent right now, especially in this weather. So sadly, a lot of these stores are locking doors, so you don't have homeless and camping overnight. And in all the good areas. I live in a relatively good area in New York City, Little Neck, Queens, right. Douglaston. And I noticed that they're locking doors a lot in the winter that normally aren't locked because of homelessness. So it's locked.
Amazing Aunt, please tell me that you're paying for that guy's coffee.
Yes.
I see the 20. I'm gonna send you money for the coffee.
Don't. I'll be insulted. They want to send money for the coffee from the show. I told them I'll be insulted, and I'm not doing it to show off. You know me, DutyRon. I would buy it for my cops on non-pay weeks.
Super chat right here. Look, $10 from.
Look, they're giving money on the show for the coffee. That's so nice.
10 from the same.
How about this? Let's donate it. Donate it to one of the causes you have up there, whether it's Gabby Petito, World Trade, or whatever.
We want to pay for your coffee, so we're going to donate the extra. But so we have 2 20s that came in plus a 5.
2 20s just came in for the coffee.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at an auction.
Yeah.
Let me go find out what's going on. I'll be back. Thanks, everyone. I don't want to be rude, but it is a little wet out here and a little blizzardy. Is that a word? Blizzardy.
Okay. Yeah, well, you can make it up.
I know you want to hang up, so I'm rushing for you, DutyRon, because I'm walking to get the onion.
Look, Lady Jane sent in 5, and she says, we'll help pay for buckets of coffee. She wants to get a whole box of Joe.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just waiting at the window, and I want to see where they're at. I don't think he understands it.
He's waiting too, though.
Yeah, I know, but we're at the walk-up window. He's in the car.
Oh, here he comes. It looks like he's coming.
The window. I got to pay you. The coffee, remember? Cream and sugar, right?
This is
I love New Yorkers.
This is
right?
New York.
Imagine if we're in the Bronx. No, just one cream and sugar for the. No. You want a donut or a bagel or something? How much is that? That's it, a small? Medium. Imagine if I drank coffee. I don't drink coffee. I drink tea. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Now look.
Thank you for the super chats. I'm gonna.
I think I dropped a 5 in the street.
Yeah.
Here, take the 20. Oh, here it is. No, here. Take the 5. Yeah, so DutyRon, this is a beautiful day because on the video I sent you, I told everyone to be kind, and you never know when you have these moments just to thank the people who help you keep going. All right. Oh, thank you. And the napkins. You probably saw my runny nose. Okay, hold on.
He's definitely shorthanded. There's no question.
Yeah, no, I felt bad. See, now I feel bad. Everyone's going to think I'm a monster because of my voice. All right, let's go. Thank you. Bye.
Sending love. Hey, Ray, pass me a cocktail. Forget about the
Yeah, so Louis, nice to meet you. Be safe. Good luck over there. And you know Dino Cronus? He's a superintendent at Douglason at that. Are you from over there?
Thank you for the super chat. Cookie Crunch. Much appreciated.
My mic's my.
I did.
DutyRon. Louis is from Brooklyn. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. What? Where?
17.
Where's that at?
That's like
That's why I knew I connected this guy. He is from East Flatbush House, 17, from Brooklyn, and he worked in the South Bronx. So I think he paid his dues, DutyRon. 2 years on the job, he worked in 2 locations.
2 years is like 10.
He said 2 years is like 10. Take care. Be safe, brother. Bye-bye.
All right, go sideways with the camera. Go sideways.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
I want everybody to have the full screen experience. There you go. Perfect. Perfecto. There they are.
Let me go in the street.
New York City Sanitation. Everyone's getting a kick out of this.
I wish I could see it. Read the comments.
You're going to be able to watch the live stream.
That's true.
You are IRL in real life live streaming. So somebody sent the $20 super chat as well while you were talking to him. So
thank you.
$45 in super chats.
Awesome.
I'll be forwarding that to you via Venmo.
Please don't. I will be offended, and then we're going to break up. Please don't. You know how I am. We'll talk offline. We'll donate it to other coffees, but I appreciate it. I wasn't doing it to show off. I do these things behind the scenes. DutyRon knows.
You love me.
And it cheers me up because not being on the job right now, these days it's tough, and I wish I was there for my cops. So if I could be there for this guy and all of you, then it brings me warmth and happiness, you know?
Listen to me. Amazing aunt. Listen to me.
Vanderbilt Road. Look at this. Empty.
Not listening. She's not listening to me.
Look. And then I live down this road for everyone to see. Can you see?
I do. We see it. It looks great. Vanderbilt Road.
Hold on.
Is that Dino's Diner?
DutyRon, are you there? Or did I lose you?
I'm here.
Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. You can't hear me? She can't hear me. She lost.
Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. She might have lost her now, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Check 1, 2. I hear you. Check 1.
Oh, wait, here we go. The volume went down. Sorry, when I put it in my pocket.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay, what happened to Angela?
So she got booted off somehow, and she was trying to come back, but I got to wrap it up because it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. I got to get inside. It's cold.
Give us a little bit of a sideways perspective, a little bit more, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right, so we got 2 options right now. Oh, look.
More sanitation. Those are probably the guys.
You know what? I'm going to stay on the main road to close out the perspective, and then I'll cut through. I'm going to go the long way to the supermarket because the main road is clearer than, you see this block? I live further in, and it's a little, treacherous to walk through.
Yes.
Watch this guy. Now, where I live, to be honest, a bus is coming. Shoot. Hold on.
Wait.
I live, no, I'm walking the sidewalk. Where I live, I got hit by a car. Remember, Ronnie, 2 years ago. So I don't walk around here because, not to be funny, you guys can Google it. This area has the highest accident rates in New York City. So I'll leave it at that. So I don't like walking in the street, but the streets are empty. Look at the bus. So here's the good news. The news did not report this yet. We're live on scene. MTA public transportation is open. We've seen 2 buses come through in 15 minutes. And I anticipate that New York City schools will be open tomorrow, possibly remote. Now, for those union people out there, I'm going to give you a quick thing, DutyRon. The reason why the school's closed today with remote, the teachers were on vacation last week. My cousin's a teacher. She's stuck in Florida. She doesn't have her computer to do remote access. Contractually, they could not order remote today because teachers were on vacation and they don't have to carry their computers with them. It wasn't like a regular snow day. They were coming off of vacation. So that's why they're not remote. It's contractual, just so you all know, a little city worker union thing. So now there's more cars. What?
Did you get the onion?
No, I'm going there now. It's like a half a mile away. I went opposite to do the live at the lake. Now I'm walking about 5 blocks in. So here's the deal. My apartment, it's right by the lake, but the supermarket, this is a long way, but it's a clear way to get there. So I'm just going to finish with you guys, walk that route. I got maybe like 1.5 miles of walking in today. And then that's it. Everyone stay home. It is, you see me slipping and sliding. It is still raining now and it is slippery. Thank everyone for being here. Thanks for sticking with me with Dunkin Donuts. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I love that you came on and gave that perspective because I could not provide that for everybody. And you're giving an on-scene live look into Queens, New York, and the aftermath of blizzard of 2026. We haven't had snow like this in a decade. So this is a storm of a decade. And we see a man there shoveling for a commercial property. And snowplows will be out there and they're doing the best they can, as we heard from the sanitation guy. So Amazing Aunt, I love you. I thank you so much for being here with us. We all love and appreciate your on-scene news reporting. You're now a junior meteorologist.
I should send that to Amy Freeze. I'm in touch with her.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love Amy Freeze on the air with me. She's great.
Yeah.
All right. So on behalf of Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace, we want to thank you and Amazing Aunt for being part of the live stream today. You are awesome. Any final parting words, Amazing Aunt? Retired Sergeant?
Thank you for having me. Thank you to your beautiful listeners who've become family. I know them by first name, by screen names. I think of them. I keep a gratitude journal, and every day I pray for someone that comes to mind for the chat. And also, I'm going to pray for you this week. The same time you go for your PET scan, I have my surgery, and I just feel like this World Trade nightmare is a nightmare, but we're blessed to be here beyond that day. And I'm going to pray for us, for everyone here, and positivity, and have faith, everyone. However you believe, have faith, because I believe God has brought us all here together through this network. So have faith, be kind, and be gentle on yourself, especially these next few days.
Thank you so much, Amazing Aunt. And here's a look at my backyard. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to show
I want that hot tub.
I'm going to show you quickly my backyard.
Wow.
Now, fully covered with snow. Hot tub has a layer of snow over the top of it. I'm going to open that bad boy up. Oh, a bird just flew by. I'm going to open that bad boy up. It's 96 degrees in there, and I'm going to hop in it in about 20 minutes. So thank you, Amazing Aunt. We love you. And
Take care, everyone.
See everybody soon. God bless from New York. Stay safe, everybody.
God bless.